If you want to grab the Arekkz Gaming Festive Jumper or the limited edition pins, they are all live right now over on our store. All the links to all the products are in the description box down below. Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Borderlands 3, and today I want to take a look at a brand new legendary weapon. As you guys know, the Maliwan Takedown is now live in-game, and that activity has its own unique legendaries that you can obtain. There is of course also Mayhem 4 as part of this update, and Mayhem 4 also has its own loot pool of legendaries, and that doesn't just tie to the Maliwan Takedown, it also links into the rest of the game, so going back and fighting some of your favourite bosses on Mayhem 4 has a chance of dropping some brand new items, and we'll speak more about that at a later date. But for today, I want to take a look at a new weapon called the Defrauding Savvy Redistributor. However, just before we get started, for those of you guys that want to see how we record our gameplay, then of course Elgato is a sponsor on this channel, and we use all their products to record pretty much everything we do. We also use their products for streams, for lights, all that good stuff. So if you want to check out the Elgato products, be sure to click the link in the description box down below. Now, turning your attention to this weapon, this comes from the final boss in the new Maliwan Takedown, Wotan the Invincible, or as I like to call him, Wonton the Invincible. He's of course that massive mech-like enemy. You defeat him, and he has a chance to drop this weapon. It does not have to be on Mayhem 4, in fact we got this one to drop when completing it on Mayhem 3, so this is not part of the exclusive Mayhem 4 loot pool, this is just a drop from Wotan. Now if you take a look at the weapon, it is a Hyperion SMG. It's really cool. Now you guys may have encountered a version similar to this earlier in the game, because there is a unique rare version, a blue version of this gun that you can get that behaves in a very similar way, but of course it's just not as good as this one. The legendary version is called the Defrauding Savvy Redistributor versus the rare one that's just called the Redistributor. Now this can come in various different forms. I've seen people with this in Cryo, I've also seen this with Shock, but the one that I have is in Corrosive, which is actually kind of handy because Corrosive is pretty good against armor, and there's a lot of that in the new Maliwan Takedown, so this is actually quite a nice version. Now you can see it's got decent damage, decent accuracy, it's got 38 rounds in the mag. The red text for this says, man's reach exceeds his imagination, and that of course links nicely into the way this gun behaves. This also has plus 10% crit damage, plus 44% weapon shield capacity, because of course being a Hyperion weapon, if you aim down sights you have a shield, and it also has 2.6 times weapon zoom, highly effective against armor. But the interesting thing with this is, every 7th shot is amped, and amp shots chain to nearby enemies. So if we take a look at this, and if we actually break it down, you can fire 6 individual shots, and on the 7th shot, it will always amp and chain between nearby enemies. Of course, the enemies have to be relatively close. It is still quite a sizable distance, but basically, when you fire this off, if you're in a group, it will then chain to nearby enemies, and that damage is then shared to them. Now, this is quite useful because, of course, factoring in, SMGs fire incredibly fast, so you won't be firing it like a pistol. It's not like every 7th shot is a slow shot. The fact is, if you hold down the trigger, your 7th shot is going to come around pretty much all the damn time. So if you're in a crowd of enemies, it is very easy to maintain a constant chain between other nearby enemies and effectively hit multiple enemies at once. Now this of course goes very nicely with flak as an example, because if you go to fade away, then that works even better when using the gun, taking advantage of that ability, because you're then chaining things all the damn time. So while obviously not exclusively a flak weapon, this is something that I've actually been getting quite a lot of use out of, because, you know, you go into a group of enemies, especially if they are armored enemies, and you just, you know, unload this, go into fade away, and watch their health bars melt away. Now, it's obviously not going to be my single go-to weapon for flak, because there are still ones that I have that I prefer as my main weapon, but more importantly, this definitely has its place. It's definitely a nice weapon, and I'm super glad that I actually got it in this element, because having now, you know, run through on Mayhem 4, through the new Maliwan Takedown, it is definitely a nice thing against armored enemies. This is also the sort of thing that would probably go quite nicely in an Amara Elemental build, especially if you did happen to get one that rolled with, say, Cryo or Shock, or like a, you know, element that really sort of benefits you, because of course, you know, there's a lot of kind of nice elemental potential for Amara and of course her build, so pairing this one together with that is also, you know, something that will actually go down quite nicely. In fact, this actually happened to drop for Vesmore, who is the Amara in our team, but he very kindly loaned this to me for the purposes of messing around with this video. Either way, that's a quick look at one of the weapons you can get exclusively from the new Maliwan Takedown, the Defrauding Savvy Redistributor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have got any questions, and of course be sure to keep it locked because we've got plenty more videos coming your way. There's lots of cool stuff that has dropped as a result of this update, more stuff from the Takedown, more stuff from Mayhem 4, so we'll be sharing that with you guys over the coming days, so definitely keep it locked if you guys want to see more. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget you can check out 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.